Marvel Superheroes is the fourth MTG set scheduled to be released in 2026. Coming to us in June, but it's already time to start seeing what we'll have to offer. From the weekly MTG stream, we got our first peek into what's coming this summer. The first card shown is one we've already seen, but a favorite. Captain America's Super Soldier. A 3-mana 3-2 with first strike. He also enters with a shield counter, which will give him protection from one effect that would damage or destroy Captain America. And as long as he has a shield counter, you and other heroes you control have hexproof. The Sentry Golden Guardian is a 4-mana 5/5 with flying, vigilance, and indestructible. When he enters, an opponent creates the Void, a legendary 5/5 black horror villain creature token with flying and indestructible. And it must attack each combat if able. We didn't get to see what the token looks like though yet, but I hope you have some exile effects to stop the gift you just gave your opponent. Quicksilver Brash Blur is a 1-drop with haste, and you get to start the game with him on the battlefield if he's in your opening hand. He has haste and power up, a set specific ability that will let you pay a one-time cost and put a +1/+1 and a double strike counter on Quicksilver. I wonder how many 1/1 Quicksilvers will just be bouncing off each other in turn 1 in mono red mirrors. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is a 3-mana 2/2, but if you can draw a second card, they become a 6/6 with trample. Also, when an artifact you control enters, draw a card, but only once per turn. The coming of Galactus is just proof that mid-range decks aren't dead. Just kidding. For 5 Golgari, when it enters, destroy up to one non-land permanent. Then steps 2 and 3, each opponent loses 1 life. Wonder why it's not drained 2 there. Then you finally get to create Galactus, a legendary 16/16 token with flying, trample, and whenever Galactus attacks, destroy target land. They did not show off this token either though, so curious what it's going to look like. Super Scroll. I haven't seen the Fantastic Four movie, so is this a spoiler? 3 black is kinda tough, but includes its own self-pump spells in 4 other colors as well. A 4-mana 4/5 with flying isn't terrible on its own, but then it can make a 0/4 wall, can give itself +4/+4, or it can do 4 damage to a creature, or it can make someone draw 4. It's an Uno card. It must have been a spoiler, because here's the Invisible Woman, a 3-drop 3/3 that can make a 0/3 wall with reach if you've cast a spell before combat. And you can pay a red, green, white, and blue to make a creature unblockable and get +1/+0 for each other creature you control. Mr. Fantastic is too long. He's going into that territory of dragons I don't like that are long and skinny. Another 3-drop, but he's a 2/4 with vigilance and reach. His pre-combat cast a non-creature spell trick is draw a card. Then for all mana set black, and does this mana combo have a name? Save me some words in the comments please. But for all 4 mana, you can duplicate a triggered ability that you have. The Thing is a 6-mana 5/5 with trample. If you cast a non-creature spell before combat, put 4 +1/+1 counters on the Thing. When he attacks, you can pay the 4 to double all counters on any number of permanents you control. Human Torch is red. Good for him. No haste? Oh, never mind, I gotta read the text box. If you cast a non-creature spell before combat, he gets flying, double strike, and haste until end of turn. His 4-mana ability is when he deals damage to an opponent, he deals that much damage to each other opponent as well. Doctor Doom is in black, but not part of a cycle with the rest of the commander versions of the Fantastic Four. This card is a 6 mana for a 3/3 that when it enters makes 2 more 3/3s that are artifact creatures. And if you control an artifact creature or a plan, Doctor Doom has indestructible. And at your end step, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Nice that the first payoff happens in the turn he's played if he survives to the end. I'm curious what plans we'll be seeing as we just got lessons again. Doom Reigns Supreme is a 2-mana plan. And oh my god, I got the answer to my question right away. It drains the life when a villain enters from each opponent and gains a plan counter. At 5 plan counters, you exile the top 5 cards of an opponent's library and can cast 2 of them for free. Thunderbolt's Conspiracy is a 4-mana enchantment and not a plan. It does have flash, and when a villain you control dies, return to the battlefield with a finality counter on it, and now it's a hero too. Baron Zemo is a 3 black 3/3, and when you cast a black spell from your hand, he connives. Make him a 1/4 with flying, and I'd be back on the connive train right away. He has Boast, and you can exile cards with 15 or more black pips, and they cast 3 of them for free. Bruce Banner and the Incredible Hulk are 2 sides of the same card, and you can cast either side first. Bruce is a blue 1-drop that lets you pay a Dos Equis and draw X cards. Then for 2, 2 red, and 2 green, you can flip them. The Incredible Hulk is a 6-mana 8/8 with reach and trample. His Enrage ability lets Hulk gain +1/+1 counters whenever he is dealt damage. If he's attacking, untap him and then there's an additional combat phase after this one. World War Hulk is a 5-mana saga. First up, the next red or green creature you play this turn is free, including the Incredible Hulk. Step 2, put 3 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. In Step 3, a creature you control gets double its power, toughness, and it gains trample. Double Trouble from Under the Sea. Namor the Submariner, who has flying instead of swimming. His power is equal to the amount of merfolk you control, and you get to make merfolk when you cast a non-creature spell with blue pips. Batuma, Atlantean Warlord, pumps other merfolk by +1/+1. When your merfolk attack a player, you get to draw a card. Now done with the reveals, we get to see some of the art styles for the set. This Captain America is from the iconic art selections, which are mostly comic book covers, I believe. Doctor Doom is also going to get a comic book cover card. The Bruce Banner version looks like it's going to have an awesome look with the foiling. I don't know though why the Hulk card has so much gray in it. I assume because that's how it was in the comic, but even the mana symbols have no color. Namor just gets to look jacked as all get out for his card. Both of the sagas we saw earlier will get iconic art treatments, including 3 sources for each card in each step. These next cards are referred to as partner source material. I'm not sure how that differs from the iconic art section, unless iconic art has to be before a certain print date for Marvel and the source cards are going to be newer, or it may just be the name for the bonus sheet. I don't know, but Namor gets 2 of these. Monica Rambeau in a reprint of Ephemerate is pretty cool, I think. Probably my favorite thing sewn today is this reprint of Horn of Greed, with Doctor Doom tooting or doing as he pleases. 3 versions of Heroic Intervention will be made. I'm curious if they are printed equally or in some level of rarity. Also, I hope the kids think this old school Iron Man is just some glorp glorp robot. Force of Vigor is going to be a Hulk card, but Blake says that a full cycle of the forces is not being printed in this bonus sheet. Just Hulk throwing a tank, I guess. What I love about Chaos Warp is the ability to use it on yourself. Save your own win condition and maybe land something else for free. The first character as a reprint is Elektra as Massacre Girl. Extinction Event is rightfully getting some comments about the black space at the bottom. Is it just part of the art that it fades out, or was this intended for the text box, or they just had certain restrictions for making this card? Widowmaking Infiltrator is about as generic brand as we can get here. Not sure on the naming, but it's a reprint of Dolphy Voidwalker for Black Widow. That's the name of the character. Kang is only cancelled in live action. Dig Through Time brings back the big bad with a big gat. And that's all the big reveals for Marvel superheroes. A little out of order with 2 sets coming before, but Blake said he wanted to blow his 2025 budget on this instead, so these are the final reveals. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and take care.